Early in the coronavirus crisis, it was thought that children were relatively immune to the virus. That turned out not to be the case. In recent days, at least 130 children have been diagnosed with a perplexing condition that in some youngsters can be deadly.
Suffer the children. Shocking images of the youngest victims of the pandemic, little ones struggling for life. 8-year-old Jayden Hardowar was rushed to the hospital in Queens, New York in cardiac arrest. After 11 days in the hospital and 3 days on a ventilator in the ICU, this was the joyous scene today as little Jayden left the hospital in a wheelchair. The celebration continued at home, where friends, family, and the New York Fire Department gave him a big homecoming.
It's a miracle.
14-year-old Jack McMorrow says he's lucky to be alive, having been hospitalized with this mystery illness linked to COVID-19.
He woke up that morning and he couldn't walk, and his whole legs and feet were swollen, and he had rashes, and I had to basically carry him to the car.
The pain was indescribable.
One doctor had walked in and simply told me that if I were to go home now, I would be dead by tomorrow.
COVID-19 was once thought to afflict mostly older people, but is now manifesting itself in much younger patients. President Trump spoke about it at a White House press conference.
Yeah, we're seeing that all over the world now with young children. Very, very tiny percentage, but it's the swelling and the skin rash. And we're looking at that very closely.
Every day we're learning something new about this virus and this infection and what it can do. Initially, we didn't think this really affected children, but now we're starting to see that there is this inflammatory reaction that's occurring in children. What remains to be determined is the long-term effects of someone who has been infected